I don't care about body count.
Okay.
But I'll say something. I would rather be with a girl that has had sex with maybe 10, even 15 men than the girl that has, listen very carefully, the girl that has dated maybe one guy and she lived with him and they were dating for like 7, 8 years and they were living together. I would rather be, yeah, I have my reasons.
It takes you so much to be able to calm down to even want a man. It takes you a lot of psychological work to cool down to even want to date someone.
Count she has. If you are hoping to hear the honest opinion about body count from where you're just a foolish man.
I don't make a lot of women happy. I'm a girl too, I'm not trying to be happy either. See, a lot of us are our own problem. I'm not playing. It takes you so much to be able to calm down to even want a man. It takes you a lot of psychological work to cool down to even want to date someone. See, there are a lot of bullshit that will happen. If you look at yourself as who you are, like you'll be like, is it me that will take this nonsense? You know go stay. If you listen to the man with the way he speaks to you and you want to speak back, baby, you know go stay. If you want to compete and stand on the same ground, both of you will never stay. Now, when I was growing up, I felt like I was a baby girl and all of that. No, I'm not even 30, sorry. I'm not even close to 30. Hold on. But then let me tell you something. I learned this lately. I asked my mom, what do I need to do to be able to stay with a man? And she just told me just 2 things. Give him peace and learn to be loyal. In my relationship before, if you vex me, I go change her for your village people. But do you know that I had to learn to condition myself to just cool down in some cases? Calm down and know when to talk and when not to talk. But should I tell you, a lot of us as women, if I have 100 girls, 80 of us no feel calm down. A lot of girls will fight this, but I'm being honest with you. That does not change that you're a sweet girl, no. You're a very sweet girl, you're a nice person, you have good character. But trust me, you get what man go do, where go vex you. You know, feel take am. And that's the issue. They're not saying that you have a bad character, or don't say you the insult man. No. It's just that you don't know when to come in and when not to.
It's a tough world we live in. Let's spread love, happiness, and positivity. Like we've seen from the clip I just wrote, she's just spitting facts and sense in so many regards. What she said made sense to me. I don't think that men want so much from a partner in a relationship. I feel like it's always the ladies that want this, want that, want this, want that. And as she said, give him peace and learn to be loyal, right? That was what she said. Give him peace and be loyal. These are very important things. It's not like if there is any particular thing that you mean by give him peace. There are so many things that comes under the bracket of give him peace. And being loyal is just simple and straightforward. Learn to trust his judgment, learn to follow his lead and whatnot. But select the right man and allow him to lead. Now, if you select the wrong man, it will lead to so many backlash, it will lead to so many uncomfortable situations, because you won't let anybody lead you to the ground if you know that definitely you are going to the ground. You won't let anybody lead you that way. That is why it's always good to select the right partners.
When I was thinking about marriage, I think for me, the first thing was I need to marry somebody I can be authentic with. For me to be authentic with that person must be impervious to external influence. It cannot be somebody that the mother will tell her, that your husband, the car he's using is not good, oh, can't you get him to change it? And she'll now come and nag me for 3 weeks about buying a Range Rover. Most of the Nigerian girls I'm dated, sorry to say, they're too susceptible to external influence from their mother, from their friends, from their family. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they weren't individuals in and of themselves. They didn't have their own mindset about things or whatever.
This is a very, very important thing to still consider when getting a partner. Is she the kind of person that easily gets influenced by the society, by what she sees online, by social media, by friends, by family. Sometimes you get somebody that wants you to do things, not because of she really wants it. She enjoys the look of how it would be like.
Okay, this body count thing. My own is, I don't want to know your body count, right? And most importantly, make you know be say your body don't go count my guys. People are very true. Because it's going to be a very crazy experience. You are sitting out and we are discussing about our wives. Calm down, our guys talk about a lot of things. And you are talking about how good your wife is, and maybe your partners are telling, your guys are also telling. And now you go talk something, your guy be like, nah, true, I know that particular. It's just somehow. I can't forgive it. It's not something I can forgive. It's not something body counts or nobody counts. Let it not be with any of my friends. Simple. Louder, please.
For me, I don't think it's really necessary to ask of someone's body count. Because if you are not reserved yourself, why do you want to know about someone's body count? Because I believe the person they did with was in the past. So let it remain in the past and look forward to a formidable future with your partner, okay?
So concerning the issue of body count, I feel like for you to go into something as serious as a marriage, you need to know who you're actually getting married to. You need to know the person very well. And I feel like body count matters. It matters a whole lot. There's nothing you want to tell me for me to agree with you that body count does not matter. So I'm not telling you that if the person is not a virgin that you should not get married to her. That's not what I'm saying. But if you are getting married to somebody, even if the person has 1,000 body counts, if you are willing to look past it and get married to that person, that's your decision to do. But you can't sit here and tell me that body count does not matter. No. Body count matters a lot. And you can't assume that I have a shitload of body count because of you have a shitload of body count. You don't project your own self into other people's life, into other people's affairs. That does not make sense. For me, I won't want to date somebody with a shit ton of body count. That is my personal decision. I don't care who you are, I don't care. But it might still be different because you might meet somebody and you'll be like, man, I like everything about you. I like you as a person, and maybe the reason why they became who they are is because of, not even maybe, the reason why they became who they are was because of the experiences they've had in life. And that body count they had played a role in them being the person that they are. They wouldn't have been the person that they are presently if they had not gone through that kind of process. So you'd have to make the choice. Is body count a deal breaker for me or not? Is the body count a thing I can look past? But there are certain numbers that you'd be like, man, how would I look past this? How would I look past this? Imagine a lady in her early 20s having over 20 body counts, 50 body counts. Come on, it's crazy now. That's for me. I don't know about other people. For me, it's crazy. I don't know if I can look past that.
Funny that I had this conversation with someone some days back. So for me, I don't care about body count. Okay. But I'll say something. I would rather be with a girl that has had sex with maybe 10, even 15 men than the girl that has, listen very carefully, the girl that has dated maybe one guy and she lived with him and they were dating for like 7, 8 years and they were living together. I would rather be, yeah, I have my reasons. I would rather be. I would rather be. And I agree. I want to believe that some men here agree with me.
Okay, thank you. Okay, well.
Is a very important point. It's a very important factor because I deal on cars.
Okay.
A lot of people come to check the odometer of a car before they can buy it. But the point is, advice. I'll call this fatherly advice. No lady should tell her partner her mileage. Wallahi, I'm just telling you factually. A lot of people and a lot of guys will tell you it's okay, be free. But by the time you unleash the dragon, they will not be able to sleep. So advise me, my sisters and my daughters, fatherly advice. Not make them not convince you. Just say that once.
Let me speak on what the first guy said. The first guy said that he would rather be with a lady that have had sex with 10, 15 partners than a lady that has only been with one guy and has been with him for 7, 10 years, sleeping and probably living with the same guy. I'm trying to understand his rationale behind that statement. Are you trying to say that, okay, because of she has been with just one guy, that she's bad goods or she's bad material, okay, because of she was with one guy and she didn't end up marrying the guy, that there must be something wrong with her? I can understand if a lady has been with a guy for 5, 6, 10 years. Maybe they are not married. Let's say they are not married. They've been dating and the guy cheats on her and she feels like cheating is a deal breaker. I can understand trying to repair the relationship and whatnot, and maybe cheating is a deal breaker for her and she decided to opt out of the relationship. Why would you say that she's no good to be with and somebody that has been with 10, 15 guys is a better prospect for you? Come on. That's I feel like that's just crazy. It does not make any sense to me. It does not make any sense to me. The thing is that you would understand, okay, what was the reason why they broke up? Even without context, just presenting it, this lady, she has been with one partner for 7 years, but they broke up. This lady has been with 15 people for the same 7 years, and make your choice. I feel like most logical thinking people would go for the lady that's been with just one partner. I don't care how many times you've had sex with that partner, but as long as it's that one person, it shows that you are not somebody that moves crazy. You are not somebody that moves around like that. And most likely you've not contacted one of all of these STDs in the streets, because as we all know, the streets, they crazy. Very, very crazy. Then for the second guy that says that he's giving fatherly advice and telling ladies never to tell a partner that their body counts, he used the word mileage. Never tell a guy your mileage. Come on. How would you give that kind of advice? How would you give that kind of... If you want to be with a partner, I feel like you should be as transparent as you can be. You should not present a facade. You should not present a green screen to show that, okay, this is what I am, but that's not what you are. It does not make any sense to me. It does not make any sense to me. Tell him, okay, this is who I used to be. Okay, maybe I did this before, I did that before, but I feel, okay, I'm a different person. That's changed me. That experience built me up into this. Now I have this experience, I have that experience. If the person truly wants to be with you, the person will be with you. If a person truly wants to be with you, the person will look past all of those things. But it's better for the person to know and making that decision consciously, knowing fully well that this was what happened previously before they met you. At least you were not a partner, you never cheated on them. This was what happened previously before they met you, instead of lying and building castle in the air and telling them this and that. For me, it does not make sense.
I think the first impression you hear when somebody said they've slept with 3, 4, 5, 10 persons is or more.
even if you like the person or you love them, you be skeptical now. You won't enter waiting, you know, say you know go fit come out. Even as the lady, I would not advise that when you know that I've slept with too many numerous people, you know I'm a hoe. I mean, what comes to your head the first time is you'll be shocked now. So no, I won't do that.
Okay. Guys, actually, to avoid that question when you want to get serious, because it will just demoralize you. No woman will actually tell you how many counts she has. If you are hoping to hear the honest opinion about body count from where you're just a foolish man, because you will not get that honest. Look out for character or whatever she has, other values that she can offer you. If you are going for the body count, because no man will actually, even 10 body counts, the man might even have 100 counts, and the woman will tell him 10 and he's put his hand on his head. That's the irony of this whole body count. So except both parties are honorable enough to put their cards on the table and say, my count is this, my count is this, and how do we go from it? From there. So if both parties are not going to be honest, of which I know they won't be, there's no point asking a question that will just give you reasons to exit a beautiful relationship. So,
So for me, I don't care about the body count. I will never ask a lady about her body count. But most importantly, my advice to ladies is, while you accumulate the body counts, do not destroy yourself. I had a session with my NGO. I had a session with, sorry to use this word, prostitutes that stay on the streets. So I tell them, I had a lot of friends that were doing prostitution. Do you understand? But I can sell them. And I tell them, as you're in this job, on this journey, I don't know what brought you to this journey, but as you're on this journey, do not destroy yourself. Because I've seen one of them that got married. And I'm sure the guy that got married to her would never know her body count. And would not even know that she has done that kind of thing because she didn't destroy her body. So, but once your body count allow you to destroy your physical body, the next guy will see it and find out, and it will be an issue.
Addressing what this guy just said, he said that you should not destroy your body. You should not destroy your body. But going into a marriage, you are not just, at some point, the body does not really matter anymore. The mind and the spirit, these are the things that actually count. There's this thing I tell my friends here. We're a symbiotic being. We have three sides. We have our spirits, we have our minds, and we have our bodies. The body is what we use in navigating our three-dimensional reality. I don't want to leave the context of what I'm talking about here, but let me get back to what the guy is saying. He said, don't destroy your body. What about the mind? What about the spirit? Because these things, like being promiscuous, it's much more than what you do to the body. How does it affect the mind? And how does it affect the spirit? And how it affects the mind and affects the spirit shows in the kind of life you live or the kind of things you manifest. Now I feel like I'm being too esoteric for this video right now, but for this particular thing, I feel like what he's saying does not really make sense. Then for the previous guy that said that he wouldn't want to date somebody with a high body count, something like that, I really do get him. Even as a guy, you don't even want to have that crazy body count. You don't really want to have that crazy body count. Then for the guy that said that both parties cannot be honest, why would you assume that? And he said that if you want to take a relationship serious, that you should not bother bringing body count up. Now, I'm not saying that if you meet a girl today and you decide to start talking with her, maybe you take her on a date, you just get to chit chat and talk. I'm not saying on that first day you ask her, Biko, what is your body count? Who does that? Nobody does that now. But when you're with a lady and you've moved past maybe the initial first stage, you know when the time is right. You know when you've bonded enough for you to ask certain questions. It's not like if once you are meeting somebody, once you just start interacting with somebody, you ask the person for their body count. That's not how it's been done. But you should always know these things. I feel like these are one of the things you should know about a partner that would be having your kids, somebody that will be having your kids. How won't you know something as important as this? This is a very important question to ask, alongside with knowing how she brings value to your life, not just about looking good. But for the body count thing, I feel like it's a very important question to ask a partner.
Explain to you. I didn't want to dive in, but I know what I don't know if should I dive in. Okay, now some people get involved, like for example, some people get involved like, yeah, I'm sorry to say, private parts. They kind of maybe meet people that will handle it, and that's when they tie their hands and want to kill them. So when they come to the next phase of relationship, they will want things to be like that. So it's going to be an issue. A right-thinking guy, a sane guy, wouldn't really care about body count. So far, the girl is nice and kind to you. Okay. Thank you.
Not if you know or not, you already know. Is it more than what you can take? That's what the question is. And that's what the question is. Right. And it's no. Body count of a person, both a man and a woman, tells a lot about the person. Okay. So it's a no for me. I don't care if you are good or bad. So would you ask the question? I already know that's the question.
I don't really get what the last person said, but how would you say a sane man won't want to know your body count? It's just like you being in so many relationships. You understand? Both you as a lady and as a guy. But mostly, I'm focusing on the ladies. Sorry about that. You as a lady being in so many relationships, definitely you would compare them in your head, even if you don't say it. You'd be like, when this guy treats me like this, he does this. You take the good parts out of that relationship and you want the next guy to do that. Maybe if that guy does not express his feelings in that way, maybe he has other parts that he's good at. You take the good parts, now you combine them and you move it to the third guy. The more you keep on experiencing so many people, that's the more you keep on wanting more and more. I feel like that's how it is with having numerous partners. Then imagine being with like 20, 30 guys, some people even 50. And all of these people, they have particular things that you've experienced with them that you can't replicate other places. Now, when you get a partner, you want your partner to do so more. There are so many things that you've experienced, just like somebody that have not tasted a certain kind of food. You won't have cravings for it. If you never chop something, you not go feel crave am. Now something where you don't taste and you don't like, that's the only thing you can crave. You can't crave for what you don't know. You get? So when you've experienced all of these things, then you find a partner that you really care about, you really love. You find yourself yearning for certain feelings. You find yourself wanting certain things. And if that your partner can't provide those things for you, it will force you to look outside because it's a craving. You can only hold yourself for long. Like they say, willpower gets depleted. You can only use your willpower for as long as you can use it before it gets depleted. Then maybe you would want it outside, or especially when you see somebody that is offering it. Or maybe when you run into that partner again and it brings back those memories again and you just want to experience it. Moreover, you'd say, if the guy does not know about it, it won't affect him. Now it has led into cheating and whatnot. But for me, that's what I think. That's what I think about this video. Though I feel like it's a nice thing for people to come together and have discussions like this. But I feel like as a group, nobody wants to go out of line and say things that won't correspond with what others are saying. That's the only reason I feel like people are drawing into this conclusion that body count does not matter. But for me, I feel like body counts do matter, and you should, no matter what, put it on the wraps. At least a single digit figure. Single digits, it's nice. When it start getting to the double digits, that is when it becomes problems. But some people, they have triple digits, so who am I to tell them what to do with their body? Do what you like with your body. It's your body, man. Do what you like with it. With that, we've come to the end of this particular video. Don't forget to leave your comment on the comment section. Tell me what you think about anything that they said, or maybe my opinion on what they said. If you disagree with me, that's fine. If you agree with what they are saying, that's fine. But just tell me what you think and let's have a conversation there. And tell me if you like contents like this. Let me bring more of it. And stay tuned for more. Bye.